Okay. We're gonna give this a try. I actually set up everything beforehand. It's a rarity that that actually happens. The light's a little bright. Let me turn that down. But outside of that, everything else should be ready. I think we're good. We'll find out. Hello, everybody. How's it going? Hope you're all doing well. Go ahead and post the links to the places. Okay. Boop. Actually put on my headphones now. Just before the stream started, I was listening to some music and jamming out, and it was a good time. Alright, what am I? I'm missing some music, and I'm missing my tax mission. Boop. There we go. Alright, this just needs turned up to probably maybe 30. And this needs to be bumped up to like 90. Okay. I've been a busy man. I've been a very, very busy man. Water Ghost, congrats on grabbing first, and thank you for spending your taxes. I appreciate it. Hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. Rocky, thank you for spending your taxes. Appreciate it. Nathan, you're blue. You're blue. That's a little different. Hi, how are you doing, dude? It's good to see you. My redeems page is glitching out. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, thank you for spending your taxes. I appreciate it. You are blue. You know, it probably matches the branding a little bit better. If I remember correctly, your profile picture has a lot more blue. Dabba-dee, baba-dee. Yeah. Oh, man. Well, it's good to see you guys. I hope you're all doing well. I've gotten a lot of work done just today, actually. And I can't wait to show you guys what's new. So let me go ahead and put on my helmet. My armor is all, like, falling apart. It's pretty bad, I won't lie. But I repaired my pickaxe. I went fishing for a while. We didn't get any mending. But I built this mine entrance. It doesn't look, like, fantastic. But I think it'll look a lot better after we build a couple more of these support pillars. My plan is to build one more going in at flat level. And then we'll kind of drop it down a couple of levels and it'll kind of fade off into the dark. But before that, we'll have like a bubble elevator that drops you down and lets you get back up. So that way I can actually use this as a mine, which will be really cool. We upgraded this. I kind of smoothed it out a little bit. I did some mossening. It looks pretty good, I think. It needs like some vines probably, but outside of that, pretty good. I did this thingy. It's not terrible. I think it could probably use some texture, but outside of that, not bad. This is all done. So as you can see here, it goes on and on and on up to that point, which is good. And that's new. This is new. I've started the staircase up the mountainside. We're going to be working on that for a little bit today. And I think that's everything I've done today so far. I'm pretty sure. Hello, BP Princess. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. Water Ghost Uncultured doesn't know that song. Wait, really? There's no way. There's no way. Also, the music's a little quiet. I think this could probably be bumped up to 20. We'll roll with that. Wait, what song? Isn't it just called I'm Blue? Maybe? Possibly? Why are you blue? Stop copying me. Read the name, man, ghosts are white. That's true. That is true. That'd be a good place for catacombs. Ooh, wait. That's a good idea. We could do some catacombs. That's a really good idea, Water Ghost. I didn't think about that. That's something I really try to think about, is all the pieces to a story. What happens to people when they die? That's something I never thought about with this world right now, is where would they go within this area, you know? Where would they put their deceased? I haven't thought about that. That's a really good point. Catacombs would work great for this civilization. I think we'll have to do that somewhere. Ooh, I have bad news. My grandma passed away. I'm sorry to hear that, Gamma. I'm really sorry to hear that. I hope everybody is doing as okay as they can during that situation. That's a tough time. Hello, Angela. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Rex doesn't know it. No, I know that song. Okay, good. Just forget the whole color of water. Does water even have a color technically? Like, technically, I don't know about you guys, but my water's clear. So, I don't know if it's just me or if everybody's water is clear. It's got 6 ads on it. I'm sorry. I know they suck, but you shouldn't have any more ads for another hour. That'll be good. It is clear, but it's depicted as blue. That's true. That is true. Okay. So today's goals, we're gonna first focus on that thingy. We're gonna focus on all of that. Just try to clear out all the terrain. Try to get that out of the way. Build up the staircase, finish that. And then if we have time, I want to finish up this mine entrance. Just get it out of the way. I know the title is I Yearn for the Mines, and that was kind of talk about this thing. I'm still intending to do it, but that's like a bigger priority, I think, because it'll look... I need it done in order for the episode to be done by the end of tonight. So we're going to focus on that. That will have us halfway finished through the episode in terms of recording, so that I can finish it tonight, and then I can edit really, really hard tomorrow. And then I'll be able to shift into doing one episode every other week instead of every single week, because we're struggling to keep up with the current schedule, and I want to do it. I want to do right by you guys. So sometimes that means slowing down so that you guys have good episodes, and also so I have time to get the episodes out that I'm promising. Because I do feel bad when I miss deadlines and such. I want to quickly fix a couple of things I'm seeing here. There's just a few spots that I'm kind of like, that could be smoothed out. Boop. Boop. Put one there and right there. 6, 7. Please, I say this with respect. Please stop. No, that's fair. That's valid. Boop. Up. And I think on the other side right here. Right. Technically, it would make more sense to do it this way. How does that look? No, yeah, that's actually perfect. Okay, wait. Catacombs was such a good idea, Water Ghost. I'm sorry, I'm still thinking about that. I've never built catacombs before, so that'll be a new one. Which has kind of been my goal with this series anyway, was build new things. So this works like really, really good, actually. Nathan, that is the most annoying thing I've experienced in my whole life. And to be honest, I'll punch anyone who says it. I know a thing or two about catacombs since I'm dead. That's true. You could, like, give me a master class on it, I think. Sleep. I guess I'll show you also a couple of the books I caught. I didn't catch a ton of them. I was getting worried because I had fished up like 200 times, it felt like, and nothing came up with books. And then suddenly I got like a row of 3. So I got those 3 right there before I had to stop and start preparing for stream. But we got books, so that's nice. I might eventually start combining bows, because this is just a power 1 bow. We've got, like, I got a power 4 bow right there. I'm sure I've got a power 5 somewhere. If not a power 5, I definitely have another power 4 I could combine into it right there. And then I could combine a mending into that and all those things. Sorry, I lagged a bit. Oof. My Twitch keeps freezing and the redeems page is glitched. Not sure if it's just my end. Let me check if they're having a problem. A lot of the internet had some issues for me, at least yesterday night. So I'll just double check if Twitch is having any issues right now. Twitch status. I'm showing that it's all operational right now. Let me check down detector though, just to double check it. There was a spike of reports right around 7, but it wasn't like a huge amount. I'm gonna say that it's either me or you then. Also, Water Ghost, thank you for the 3-stream streak. I appreciate you, dude. Other thing I can do... I'm trying to remember... If I click there, right, it'll pop up my connection to Twitch and it'll say if it's having issues. It did say there was a one unstable event that happened earlier for 5 seconds, which tracks with my dropped frames, but it should be steady now. If it's still freezing though, let me know. I'll look into it as best I can. If there's anything I can do, I'll do it. I took a double major on dead architecture and necromancy my Coolidge days. That is a sentence I never thought I would hear. And you know what? I'm here for it. We gaming? We are gaming. How's it going, Pink? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. And Nikita, hi. How are you doing? It's good to see you. We need to do, like, a pathway over here or something. I gotta do a path there. There's a lot of paths we need to do. Alright. Let's just get us started with up here. Clearing out all the nasty dirt. We don't need that. I'm gonna need a new shovel. And... I think we should be okay to start once we have the shovel. We'll do 1 enchant on it, nothing too crazy. I need more mending, guys. I really, really need more mending. Pinkton and Nikita, thank you for spending your taxes. I appreciate you both. Oop. Alright. Fishing rod in there. Pete and Nikita. Pink, you'll never guess who made it into Reg's Forever World. That's, you know, that's one of the coolest things I think that we do, with the Forever World, is the question or comment of the day. We're gonna be doing some more other cool things at some point, but that's one of the really, really cool things we get to do. Also, I'm kind of thinking, what if we brought those up? Because I know they're inset into the wall there, but they could be outset here at least. It would give it some more depth. I don't know. I'll think on that. Hello, Juice. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. Oh no, I wasn't talking about me. I was talking about John. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we have John in the Forever World. And it was a competition. I'll beat you next time for sure. Oh man. I love my chat. You know, I've had a lot of different people come into my chats over the years, guys. You by far have been the best ones. Like, I'm really happy with the community we've built up over time. It was for a while they're kind of hopeless. I'm not gonna lie. There was a lot of people that were just not well behaved. That's the extent I'll diss them on that one. There's a lot of unsavory characters though. But you guys have been good. I really appreciate that. Like, genuinely. I don't feel like I have to babysit you guys. I can kind of just look away for a little bit and play the game. And then every once in a while look over at chat and catch up on everything and not end up getting suspended from Twitch because you guys said something and I failed to catch it, you know? It's really, really nice. Yeah, John, I was gonna message you about it, Water. Completely caught me off guard when I was watching, I bet. I bet. Frozen again, be right back and restart phone. Alright, sounds good, Nathan. Appreciate you, dude. Good luck. You think I'm good? Behold, get warm pillow. Dude, a warm pillow would be so nice. I'm so weird for this. I know. But I think a warm pillow is one of the best things ever. Like, not hot, but warm. Because well, I have a really, really messed up back and neck. Like a nice warm pillow kind of helps loosen up those muscles, and the rest actually feels nice when you wake up in the morning. That might just be me, I don't know. But I'm a little messed up. That actually was a lot faster than I thought it'd be. Excuse me, Reg, you just lost my respect. Never mind, it is justified. Thank you, I appreciate that. This part up is gonna take a little bit more time. So let's start up top, I think, and then just work our way down. So tonight, I'm intending to start the forge. I don't know how it's gonna turn out. But I really want to start it because I need a good thumbnail. If I'm 100% real with you guys, 99% of the time the project for the episode is picked by the thumbnail. What would look good to click on, and I'm like, that's probably the best thing I've got right now is the forge. So I'm gonna try to at least get a good outline for it done, but I'd like to build it. And then I would like next episode, the episode after this one, to be about the volcano I'm thinking of building. If I end up building it. Because I think a volcano would look sick, and it would add to why there's a forge there, and it gives me a perfectly good reason, block-wise, on why I need to go to the nether. Like, I really need to go to the nether at some point in time, and so that gives me a really good excuse to go, is, I need the magma blocks, I need basalt, I need lava. I could technically lava farm here, but, you know, I'd like to have other ways to get the materials I want and need. And it would also be a really, really cool portal location. Like, imagine you enter this lava cave, like, towards in the volcano. You do some parkour over the, what's it called? It's where the lava actually sits inside of the volcano. You do some parkour in there to get to the portal. The amount of times I'm gonna fall in there and lose all my stuff is gonna be crazy, but you know, that's a future big problem. I'd actually like to do some redstone too, so you could have a lava curtain and it'll split whenever whenever you're trying to go to the portal. It'll split, you know, like how in The Incredibles when Mr. Incredible walks in that one room and the lava curtain is there. I kind of want something like that, but for the, but for my nether portal. It just would look really cool. I would never use it because it's so slow. Lava flows so stupidly slow. But it would look really cool like once or twice. I thought you said Ford, and I was about to be like, since when were we making cars? I used to do 3D modeling, and I would 3D model cars. I did a Jeep once. I did a Chevy Malibu, and I think I did a Tesla at one point. I was really into 3D modeling for a while, though. I wish I kept up with it, but it didn't really beat out streaming in terms of hobbies. So here I am. Hello, Leon. Welcome on in on the YouTube stream. Welcome back, Nathan. Hopefully the stream is working better now. What else would John be driving? True. Hello, Lily. Welcome on in. Ekmoms, hi on the YouTube side. Hope you're doing well. That'll be cool. It would take 4 years to open that. Oh, absolutely. That's part of the joy, you know? It's a forever world. We have time to play around with stupidly long doors opening. Part of me wants to make like a door that's like 100 blocks large or something like that out of like slime and honey, just for the sake of having something stupid like that. Like who has the largest door in like a Minecraft SMP or something? Let's break that record. I'm not on an SMP, so I don't know if that would count. I gotta be careful of render distance, though, or simulation distance, rather, I think. That's the only thing I'd have to be careful of. Did you 3D print any of them? I did not, no. I have all sorts of other things I've 3D printed, but nothing that I actually 3D modeled. Unfortunately. I really should. Well, technically, I 3D modeled. I'll pull the cable around. It's gonna pull out if I turn too much. I have all those like black things on the floor over there. I don't know if you guys can see those. I 3D modeled those. Those will eventually become a shelf. Advulture, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Going pretty good. It is going pretty good. Hope you're doing well. So far so good, glad to hear it. Not fully sold on the storing. I'm not either. I'm just too lazy to figure out where the option is to turn it off. Anything I've 3D modeled that's not printed very well. I can sort of relate to that. Those have turned out okay because they're not very complicated. They're just flat panels. And I guess like I've also 3D printed these things, which are the little tabs that'll go in between the panels so that you can glue them. And those have went well, but again, it's not like a complicated shape. It's just a cylinder, so I don't know. We'll see. Hello, Nacer. Hope you're doing well. How was the mines? I haven't actually gone into them yet. I've been digging up here for now, this area. But we probably will end up in here very soon. Those tabs look upside down. Interior world. I am in my world. They call it a mine. Dude, the temptation to build that somewhere in this world is It's high. It's really, really high. Nice cliff, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's not my favorite thing yet. I'm still trying to sell myself on it, but it's not terrible. It's not awful. Okay. We need to get back to work. I'm getting distracted. Stone in there, dirt in here. Alright. We should add some tough and mossy blocks into it. Definitely some moss. Tough I might. I'm trying to figure out what I want the gradient to look like first before I just start throwing blocks in there. Because I've got more terraforming up here that I need to do. And I don't want to mess up what I've got planned up there if I break what's down here, or if I change things down here. So I'm starting with just stone, because I know that'll be somewhere in there. And then we'll kind of mess around with probably andesite, like you said, tough. I may even change this into a granite cliff, who knows? You know, I'm not 100% sold on anything yet. Over here, we need... I gotta figure out how much of this side we're clearing out. Do I just want to stop it here? If I do, then that means I have to build a whole wall there and there. Let's just clear out the trees first. Let's not worry too much here. Calcite cliff, like White Cliffs of Dover. Ooh. Nathan, that would be cool. Like a nice white cliff. I like that. It would look really cool, especially because I'm planning on making the forge a very white build. With like diorite, probably some quartz, possibly even using some white concrete, but I haven't determined that yet. Because white concrete has not very, it doesn't have very much texture is my problem. So I gotta be careful with it, a little more sparing. Calcite, of course. Of course you make it British again. I would not expect anything less of Nathan, and that's okay. Calcite, diorite, white concrete powder are good texturing. Yeah, I definitely agree on calcite and diorite. I think the powder definitely could also do a good job. So we'll take a look. We'll see what it turns out like. I don't think we'll do too bad though. So long as there's stairs and slabs, we'll be all right. I think birch logs are decent for both sides. It looks like pebbles dug into the rock. I haven't thought about that. Birch is one of those blocks I'm scared of, so I wanna mess with it too. We'll need to try that. Dover mentioned 10 out of 10 castle. Highly recommend anyone visiting. I'll have to add it to my list. I haven't ever been to Europe, but I know when I go, a castle has to be on my list. Like, if I don't go to a castle while I'm there, I would be really sad. I'd be very, very sad. I suppose this whole area is kind of starting to turn into a castle now that I think about it. Like, if I just start putting down buildings and towers around here, it would really look like a fort. Which in a way it sort of is one. I don't know. I'll think about it. How do I act American? The craziest thing I've heard ever. I'm gonna stick with that stock one at the Disneyland of Disney. Oh man. The Disney castle's alright. It's not bad. I will say, if you go to any of the castles, Disney World has the better one, but that's just because it's a lot bigger. And by a lot, I mean it is massively bigger, and you can tell. I didn't know just what to expect until I saw it there. I was like, oh, that's tiny compared to the one at World. I was uniquely disappointed by that. You watch any and every sport, right? Americans watch sports. Wales, ooh, nice, nice. Nathan is the most British person I know. I don't know many British people. That's fair. Wales is beautiful. Watch American football. If you like anything history, the Dover Castle is the place, as Napoleon War tunnels connect to World War II tunnels, all under a Norman keep with an Anglo-Saxon church. That is amazing. Oh my goodness. Wait. The history there. Oh my goodness. That is awesome. That's definitely on the to-do list then. I'm gonna just run. Back away. I missed all those, but we can pretend I didn't. Here. I think that might work. I don't know. We'll see. Over here, those. How does that look? I do a lot of checking, and I need to probably do a better job being okay with letting it sit for a minute. Hello, Rift. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Oh, if you do the catacombs, I would like if you made me a grave. That could be cool. I could add all of you guys into the graveyard. Then you would all, like, be with me whenever I needed advice. I'd just go into the catacombs, and I'd summon you guys to help me. It would be great. Panda, thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. Hope the essay goes well. Good luck. And day 11, reminding Reg to watch Avatar: The Last Airbender all the way through. One day. It'll happen. One day. I promise. I'm camping in Wales this summer. That's awesome. I name like 5 and 2, of which are Queen Elizabeth III and King Philip. Elizabeth III, whatever. But it's awesome. It's quite the trip to me, but it's so worth it every time. That's fair. I'm gonna make sure to write that down. In fact, I'll do that right now. Where's my note? Go. Boop. All right, it's on there. King Philip. Look at the essay. I'm like Marty McFly and Doc Brown since I'm going back to the future. Good luck with both challenges. You haven't watched Avatar: The Last Airbender? I've watched it. I just haven't watched it all the way through. I was watching it back when it was on TV. That's how long ago it was. It was still actively having episodes produced, and I never finished it. We got rid of our cable subscriptions and all that. We got fed up with cable before everybody else did, and we didn't ever really move over to streaming, not until very recently. We kind of went over to Antenna for a while just to get local news, and with that you'd also catch NBC, and NBC has everything. You know, you got American Ninja Warrior, you got America's Got Talent, you got The Voice, you've got they had another show on there for a while. They had The Weakest Link, they had think they had the wall, and now I think they have the floor instead. Like, they had all sorts of different shows on there. It was great. Holy guacamole, I made it to the sticky note. The sticky note. Wait, what? Hey Rift, old man over here. Do I hear KingRegNog? That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't have the privilege of watching good TV. My older sister had the controller the whole time. I can sort of relate to that. My siblings usually picked what we watched, which wasn't always the best choices. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. I'm the last one here, pretty much, that actually cares what we watch, so... who's laughing now? I can watch whatever I want, whenever I want. Let's do the slabs, but not there. Well, do I want it there? Hang on. I'll just leave that there, yeah, like that. That's not the right spot either. I'm struggling, guys. Alright. I'm gonna figure it out eventually. Just give me a sec. Do that. I haven't decided what I'm doing here yet. I'm kind of thinking I'll do a staircase up, like a small amount of stairs. And then up here, we'll do like a campfire with some logs around it or something like that. I think that would look cool. Adds a small amount of depth to the world. And the fact, like, hey, there's probably night watchmen up here who just keep an eye on the stairs and make sure nobody's sneaking up to the forge to sneak attack or whatever, you know. I don't know what they would do, but a nice little campfire just seems like a good idea. To be fair, it's also my fault. Whenever I had a TV, I was standing playing Minecraft on the 360. Oh my goodness. 360 edition was peak, dude. I miss playing Minecraft console. I know they had a source code leak for Legacy Edition. I have no desire to go back because it's not the Minecraft I know and love today. But it was a really just special time. Minecraft has never really quite been the same since Legacy Edition is gone. You can play it now, but I don't want to ruin the memories I have of it. Yeah, that's kind of my same thought process. There's people who have been porting all the updates too, and they've done a great job. It's just I have really no desire to do it right now. And beyond that, I think, well, I mean, I could just, like Nathan said, I have a 360. I could just play the 360 if I really was missing it. I still got the 360 in a cupboard. Last console I ever played. I've got one somewhere. I have no idea where, though. That's fair. Mine's in my brother's room. He has all the consoles now. I don't really play console. I play PC when I do play. And usually I'm streaming if I'm playing, so it just works out for the best. We need we need some torches. Let's go grab some torches really quick. Can I? There we go. Let's go grab some torches and light up the mine entrance because it is getting a little deadly. First few years of the Xbox One, we went through a bunch of the cheap 360s. They broke so quickly. Oh, that's unfortunate. I've only ever, well, no, we had two 360s. At the same time, actually, which was weird. My parents bought us an Xbox 360, and it was one of the ones before they started making, like, the big storage models. And so eventually they started coming out with games that needed the newer Xbox models, and we couldn't find a hard drive to expand our storage on the 360, the old one. So we had to upgrade to a newer 360 in order to do that. And so we had two for the longest time. I think my other brother took the other one finally. And then we had like 3 different Wiis at different points in time. We had ours, and then that died. We bought a second one, and then when my grandmother passed away, we stored hers away so that when ours died, we had that one. And I think hers eventually died, and so then we had to buy another one. It was those Wiis, man. I don't know what it was about them, but they had a habit of pretty well dying if you didn't like let them breathe. It felt like you had to really fight to keep them alive at times. I actually have one in my closet right now that I'm supposed to be fixing for my brother. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I really don't feel like fixing it, to be honest. Like, it's a lot of work to do. But I've already got it split open, so I might as well do it at some point soon. Said you were putting the catacombs on the sticky note or something. Oh, okay. I've got them on my phone. Sorry. I saw my Nokia lying around. Great for playing Snake. Oh. I don't even know where it's at. Well, I think it may have been a Nokia. But I didn't play Snake on that one. I'm trying to remember what it was. It was like some sort of matching game though, I think. I wasn't old enough to have the Nokia in my name though. Like, I think it was my mom's old phone kind of thing. Or my dad's probably. I don't know. I had a flip phone. I didn't have that one connected to internet either though. My parents didn't let me have a phone until I was like 15, maybe 16. I don't know. It was a long time ago. Hello, Jams. Welcome on in. Thanks for splitting your taxes. What's on the agenda today? We are supposed to be working on the stairway here. And then we'll be working on the mines over here as well. I need to figure out what I'm doing with this. I think... I want to be careful about how I do this. I'm not sure. What if we change up how we're doing this? We move all this instead to going back into the zigzag until it's up to here. So... What? I'm gonna assume there's like lightning strike up there. Although the pathway would be a lot more sick going from over here through like some tunnels and stuff. But this is also where I'm gonna put the volcano. I gotta think. I'm gonna think for a little bit. I'm so confused. Why are you confused, Swift2? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Me and my sister had a PS2 each at one point. Oh, dude. The PS2 was awesome. We had one of the fat PS2s. That fell off the entertainment center, so my grandfather, for Christmas, I think it was, bought us a PS2 Slim because he really didn't want us to go without PlayStation. He had a PlayStation as well, so we actually have that now, I believe. It was awesome. It was awesome. The PlayStation 2 was. Some of my favorite games of all time are on there. Made Nakia battle armor, shot at it, and Mannequin survived. I would believe it. I just woke up and thought it was 7 a.m. because I saw, like, light about my windows. What? Like, you saw a light outside of your window? I mean, I guess depending on where you are, the light might still be out, but yeah, no, it's not 7 a.m. But good morning, Swiftu. 3310s were great. Polyphonic ringtones and putting in all the codes in the composer, good old days. I think Duck, I've been slacking recently. Oh yeah. I've been reading. Oof. Never force yourself too much. The book stays where you left it. It ain't going anywhere. I like that philosophy. That being said, I haven't read in a very, very long time. So don't be like me, at least. Do read eventually. I thought I went to bed at 7 p.m. I don't remember sleeping. Swiftu, how long did you sleep? I'm starting to get concerned. I just finished Project Hail Mary. Highly recommended. I got it yesterday. You read an entire book in one day. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. 2 hours at max? Okay. That's good. Just, I wanted to make sure you didn't, like, hibernate accidentally, and I legit thought it was 10 hours of sleep. That would have been funny. I've slept for 12 hours, so it wouldn't have surprised me necessarily, but I would have been a little bit worried about you. Still Thursday, right, gang? Yes, it's still Thursday. You're good. Sometimes I accidentally take naps and wake up and some of my friends have scheduled 15 hangouts without me. You know, they always do that. You go to sleep and then they schedule things, and it's always the worst. I struggle with involuntary naps, and they're the worst thing to ever happen to me. I'll fall asleep, and then, you know, I'll wake up, and then I'll fall asleep again, and then I'll wake up, and I'll fall asleep again and wake up, and it's like, I don't want to sleep. I want to work. I want to get stuff done. And unfortunately, my body just says no sometimes. You have to sleep, and I don't like it. I wish we didn't have to do that. Sleeping sucks. It's just me, or is this week dragging on? It kind of is, yeah. No, you're not wrong. I mean, it's been a pretty good week for me, but it's been kind of dragging in some aspect as well, just because I'm a little lost, just in general right now. I like the custom terrain on the cliffside. Oh, thank you. Yeah, this looks a lot better than what it did when I last showed you guys, so I'm a fan. I'm definitely a fan of this. Dude, just do what Nathan does and don't sleep. You know, I should try that. I used to not sleep at all, and now I can't stop. I've started to average out, though. It's starting to slow down, and we're going to about 1 hour of sleep. Or 1 hour of sleep. 8 hours of sleep, sorry. A day, which is what most people should be getting. So I guess, like, take that for what you will. I'm doing what normal people do. Speaking of sleep, I'll be sleeping now. Good night, peoples. Thank you for popping in, Pink. Get some rest. Appreciate you being here. And we'll catch you another time. If you're in the US, it is technically an hour shorter. That's true. That is very true. Admiral, thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. Friday, indeed. Bye, British boy. One of them. Alright. That's almost done. Alright. Now what we need to do... Let's just, I think put one andesite there first. Okay. At what point does it become mostly andesite is my question. I guess probably... I would say right about here is your 50% line. I feel like that's fair. So if that's the case, then... that should theoretically work, I think. When I'm sick, I fall asleep quicker than any human should because I already take daily melatonin. If you add on the NyQuil, I'm out. Like I bet. I've never taken melatonin, and I've never taken NyQuil, actually. I've just, for some reason, never have. I try not to take medication, ever, if I can avoid it. I let my body just tough it out. Which probably is, like, not great, but at the same time, I just can't be bothered to care. But I can imagine, because I've seen a number of people on NyQuil, and it hardly can have a conversation with them before they're out. Like, it's crazy. Boop. I think, like, one more right there. How does that look? Well, I'm missing stuff right there, but outside of that, and I need to take those away, but outside of that, it's not bad. I don't know. Feel like the cobblestone might just be a little bit too much. I changed my name to Blue to match your crypt bandana. You're my #1 fan. We love to see it. We love to see it. Me when I need to make dinner with my wife. We need to cook, Jesse. We need to cook. Oh, man. If I ever, like, if my wife were named Jessie, you better bet there would be so many Jessie we need to cook jokes. It would be great. I kind of like that being the way it is, though. Jessie, that's a girl's name. That is a peak reference right there. Oh my goodness. You guys didn't see that. We need to play, we need to do a playthrough of Minecraft Story Mode, I think. You just lost so much aura. I know, I lost all the aura. Like, I am oozing aura, but it's not sticking to me. It's just sliding right off. It's terrible. My aura isn't very sticky. I'm sad. Okay. I don't know if I really like this, but I don't know what else to do. Ducky, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Huh. All right. I think it's just a staircase. We really shouldn't be worrying about it that much. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Story mode, Legends. Never played Legends. Telltale. Telltale story mode. Never played Legends. I didn't play it either. It looked like a good idea, but the execution and the follow-through are not there, from my understanding, and that makes me sad. Legends is so bad, I can't lie, that's fair. Dungeons was pretty good. I liked Dungeons. I didn't play through it all, still, but I liked the idea. Let me grab some logs. Oh, I have logs. Okay. I love Dungeons. Yeah, it was pretty good. Is this the right height? Because these days, apparently Spicewood is going to be something similar. Supposedly. I don't trust any leaks anymore because everybody just kind of makes them up. 95. There's only been a few that have been, like, accurate, and, like, those guys have all been caught. So I think it'll probably be a while before we get a good leak again. And I don't really love leaks anyway. I feel like it kind of ruins the surprise of the game nowadays. But from the things I have seen about Spicewood, I am inclined to agree with you. It sounds like it'll likely be a Dungeons 2 of sorts. That needs to come back. To here, I guess. I don't know. You said something about Volcano Build earlier? Yes. Yes. That will be pretty much right here where you see this mountain, right this raised spot. I'm kind of thinking this will turn into a volcano. If I can do it right, then you'll actually have to walk through the volcano to get into where the forge will be, which will be over here. You'll walk through these lava caves, which will be really cool. And then, hello, Honey Cody. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. And then I'm kind of thinking the nether portal be in there. We still haven't built a nether portal, guys. We have been playing... So... We've been playing for 4.5 days. No, that's time with World Open. We've been playing for almost 3 days. And, we still haven't been to the nether. Well, will that be built after you get to the nether? I'd actually like most of it to be built before the nether. And then we'll go through and add things to it like magma blocks and lava. Things of that nature. If at all possible. It may not work out that way. We'll have to wait and see. I need to sleep. I need to bring a bed up here. Let's just go get wool and bring a bed. I might actually have a bed in one of my chests. Although I think I left that one down there. And I'd like to leave it down there since I do enough building and digging down there still. Bed, bed, bed. I see no bed. Okay. Do I have wool? I don't. Okay. Up. And oop. Up. Alright. Minecraft Live is the 21st, right? Right? Yes. Sounds like it. How's the stream going? It's going pretty good. I appreciate you asking. We're just chilling today, building some things, and kind of just yapping. But nothing too crazy. Just kind of here, and I'm okay with that. Mohammed, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. My girl Agnes is gonna be there, hopefully. Hey, maybe. Who knows? Probably, more than likely. Alright, what are we doing? I forgot. So I need to build the wall here. And then... we gotta build a wall here as well. Been a while since we spoke about her. Yeah, it's been a bit. It's been a long while. How much of the progress on the Forever World is streamed? I want a percentage range. Oh boy. I would say honestly, it's probably about 50-50. Everything is showcased in the videos, but a lot of it is made in the streams as well. For example, like that whole bridge was built on stream. But it was all showcased, well, most of it was showcased on video. Then we actually went through and added stuff like the andesite that wasn't there before. I added that on video. This whole cave was practically, well, it was all dug out on stream, but all of the build was actually done on video. The whole starter area here was on, well, that was on video only. That was streamed and that was streamed. Again, summarized on video. Everything here was started on video, finished on stream, and then finished on video again because we went through and added texture variation. All of this here was started on video and then got finished on stream pretty much. Although some of it has also been finished on video. So like that's gonna be done on the video. This is all done on stream though, the stairway. So it's kind of like, yes and both, really, because I do so much of both. It's hard to say that. Exclusive-wise, the stream will have more exclusive content, I would say. But we do so much with the streams and such that I just can't fit all of it into the video. Admiral, are you still here? That's a lovely pull there. Nathan. Is this a betting market? I mean, technically you guys do get to gamble a decent amount. I need to add more predictions and such. I want you guys to be able to gamble more. Okay. Ow. I don't know why I said ow. There's no pain in that. I really should kind of like mix this up a little bit. Kind of do like, you know what? That'll be andesite. Where's andesite? There. There. Okay, I'm gonna assume Admiral's not here. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Poll. New poll. Yay. Yay. This might be the strangest poll I think we've had on the channel at this point, Nathan. Congrats. And without any hesitation, we already have 2 yays. Go like that. Oh. I think by the top of that we need to have full andesite, so that'll kind of help me fill it out a little bit. What do we got here? I don't need any of this. I want that. I want that. I want that. Give it. Give it. Where's the third option? What would the third option be? What's your opinion on the social and economic state of the world? We need to be a lot more of both. That's my opinion on the social and economic state of the world. I think, to answer it more truthfully and probably more... I feel like, economically speaking, it's about to be booming. That's just how that stuff works. I do need a little bit of cobblestone up here. Who? Oh, fair. That would have been a good option, yeah. Socially speaking, I think people need to do a lot more loving each other and a lot less hating each other. Not to come across as preachy or anything, but some of y'all don't know how to love. And I don't necessarily mean any specific group of people. It's just a sad fact of the matter that there's a lot of people out there who would much rather despise each other, and I just think that's sad. Oh gosh, I keep falling off. Okay. There. How will your streams affect the trout industry? Ooh. You know, because I'm streaming, there will be more trout in the water because I'm not fishing. So, expect there to be a big boom in, there's a gap in the market for you to go trout fishing, and, you know, it's a great economic opportunity for all of you. I'm just saying. How much FPS you got? I lock my FPS to 60 because there's no need to have higher than that with what I'm doing. But if you want to know how high I can get it, where's my FPS? It's at 80. I have 80 to 85 FPS. Again, you don't need it to be any higher than that when you're playing just Minecraft, and let alone that you're playing on a 144 hertz monitor, and it's not competitive. I think a lot of people get so tripped up on FPS. It's just, I won't lie to you guys, FPS doesn't matter when you're playing Minecraft. Look it up. I think I've seen like one Minecraft live. Oops. No, that's fair. We'll be doing a watch party of it if you want to watch that. That's up to you. That's assuming everything goes to plan, though. There may be something that comes up and I have to change that plan, but I don't want to. Just asking because I was curious because you got some fancy shaders. Yeah, no, these are called Complementary Reimagined. They're actually not too intense. I'm actually running the more intense version. Well, not the more intense version of the shaders. There's Complementary Reimagined, which is what I'm using, and then there's Unbound. Unbound is more realistic. But I've got it bumped up onto the high settings where it's like, ooh, you know, fancy god rays and shadows and all that. Me. 2 yays, I have competition, I know. Good luck, Nathan, good luck. What day of the week is the 21st? That should be a Saturday, I believe. Let me double check that. Yep, that would be next weekend. Next weekend, Saturday. Why don't you combine a resource pack, fresh animations with your shaders? Fresh animations isn't bad. I just don't personally use it. I don't got anything against it. It's just one more thing I have to wait to update on, though, and I don't really like doing that. I may pop in occasionally and pick it up, but I don't really do a lot with entities in general. And the things I do have in... I have a couple of ideas for some entities that I want to utilize, and that will probably end up conflicting with fresh animations, so I gotta consider it a little bit more carefully than just adding it. I want the game to also largely look like how people expect it to look. You know, at the end of the day, I am making YouTube videos and streams out of this. So I don't want people to walk in and immediately go, what the heck is going on here? Fresh Animations has the benefit of it having been around for a while. But there are some cases where it's kind of like, you know, maybe like, for example, a Bedrock player, they would have no clue what in the world's going on because their Minecraft doesn't look like that. Although their Minecraft looks a lot more like that than Java's does, so... because I only have andesite slabs, so that'll do. Okay. How's that look? Smoke effect from torches and you snoring in the bed. What mod is that? That is subtle effects. That's the one. So sleeping is in here. You can change all the settings for it. Villagers actually have snoring sounds as well, funnily enough. The blocks Steam. I'm not familiar with that one, but for example, I can actually do it just in free cam mode. But if I come up here really, really high up, you can see that there's like breathing particles because up high it would be colder, and so your breath would be visible. Things like that. It's a pretty good. I at least like that mod. One of the other cool things that it does is lanterns have the sparks off of them as well, so it adds like another pop of life to the world. I really like it. Sorry for misspelling, because I typed way too fast. Now you're good, dude. You're fine. Good. Will Omnia affect the trout industry? I hope not. I seriously hope not. I would be really upset if people played Omnia more than like they spent time in the real world. It would make me sad. Did you submit anything this year for Minecraft Live? I know you said you did last time. This time I didn't. I didn't really have any clips that I really felt super good about. That all said, I did consider afterwards, having decided not to do that, then, you know, I started doing a lot more with the Forever World, and I wish I kind of had something prepped for that, or I wish I showed off my base from Twitch SMP or something, you know? We had a lot of cool things that did happen. It was just, I didn't have time to make something specifically for it. And I didn't have anything pre-made that would just go in very well. You're a pretty chill streamer, not gonna lie. I appreciate that, thank you. I've been streaming for a long time, so that means a lot. You know, it really shows that I have grown as a streamer over my years, which is good. Makes me happy to hear that. Massive clips from King SMP would have been nice. Oh, absolutely. I just didn't have any flashbacks of that, or cinematics for me to show off. Otherwise, 100% agree, would have been really, really sick. Hello, Mindwind. Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you. Which graphics card are you using? I'm using an RTX 3070. It's a pretty old card nowadays, I would say. I think I'm officially behind what the average user uses on Steam. Which is a little sad, I won't lie. I had to overpay for this card. This is back when the graphics card shortage was in full swing. Back in like 2021, I think it was. I was so lucky to get the card when I did, though. And I had to buy a power supply in order to even get it. That was the thing. They were only selling them in bundles, pretty much. Try to get scalpers to stop buying. What's your favorite fish? Like in real life? I'm not too sure. I don't really know a ton of fish. Can't afford a cheap mobile. That's fair. That's fair. They're very expensive. Mine's a blackfin tuna or catfish. Catfish are pretty cool. I would say, you know, maybe I'm a little bit biased on this one. But maybe my favorite fish is a perch. It was the first fish the only fish I think I've ever caught, actually. Yeah, these guys. They're not mean. They're really not mean. You gotta be careful with their spines though, because they will cut you up. Threw me off though. Those guys are. They got. If I remember correctly, don't they have like they have like teeth, don't they? I know like a lot of fish, but yeah, they do. I remembered when I got my picture taken with it. It threw me off that it like was poking me and trying to bite down on my hand. I was like, ew, gross. Where are you from? I'm from the United States. I even risked my life to have pufferfish one time. It was not worth it. Really? Pufferfish. Ooh. I remembered one time I went fishing with my grandfather, and there was a guy that caught a pufferfish or something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He at least had a pufferfish in a bucket. So I'm assuming he caught it that day. He didn't just bring it with him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I want to bring that back or not? Let's hold off for now. And we'll kind of see where we're at after I'm over here. There we go. Bro, are you using BSL? No, I'm using Complementary Reimagined. I don't actually have BSL installed, but I used to use that one a lot. BSL was a good one. It's a little more lightweight, I think. My problem is that I think it makes everything a little too blue. I will say this one makes a lot of things more orange. So, you know, you have a trade-off. Don't self-promo. That's cringe. That's really cringe. Your name's Dyer. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to make fun of you. But at the same time, I can't. I'm pretty sure that's how I pronounce it. But don't be like that. That's cringe. What are you building? I am building a staircase right now, but it'll eventually lead up to up here where I've got that space cleared out. That'll eventually become a forge. And we're also going to build a volcano up here. And so that forge will run off of geothermal power. So it'll siphon the heat from the lava from the volcano into the forge to melt down and heat up the materials that metal workers are using. And it'll allow for them to make really cool stuff. Lore-wise, there's probably a reason to it that I haven't thought of yet. I also want to I want to build some big statue as well. I kind of want to build like some sort of statue to represent Thor, because it's up here on the top of the mountain, and it would be really cool to have a lightning rod on it. What in the... You guys see that? It looked like there was a beacon beam over there. That must have been a glitch. That threw me off. What is the FPS in your PC right now? It's about 60. I cap it, so it stays at 60. But it can run up to 80, just fine. I need more andesite. Let's come up here really quick. To be honest, when I saw the first Forever World, I looked at your sub count and I was shocked because I thought you had more. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. I get that a lot from people, and I just appreciate it, like, genuinely. There's not enough words to really make that make it known just how good that actually does make me feel. You know, I try my best with videos and with streams and such, and you know, sometimes it turns out well and sometimes it turns out really bad, but you guys have always been there to support me. I appreciate it. What, your opinion, which is the best shaders? I prefer complementary reimagine. These are my favorite. I would say, in my opinion, it's the best, but everybody's welcome to have a different opinion. Today's my last exam. Alright, sounds good. Good luck with your exams, dude. Also, if you want to see a setup reveal, it's in my day in the life video. I show my PC in that. Philippines? Nice. Free cam, yes. Yes, I do use free cam. Whenever someone calls the... That's fair. It's not really the same as... It's not the same thing. It's a different purpose entirely. I wouldn't call a vaccine a medicine or a drug. It's a vaccine. There is a difference. But some of that's also just kind of ingrained in our culture, I think. The way we refer to things. And depending on where you are in the world, they probably use that term a lot more interchangeably, and that throws me off, though. It's a weaker version of a disease that trains your body to fight the real disease. Yes, exactly. Alright, up here. Did I left all my andesite down there. Oh well. I'll go get more eventually. Boop. YouTube themselves just won't support small creators and bring up already popular ones you already see. I mean, it makes sense. YouTube's business model is selling ad space. And so the way that works is they need a lot of viewers on certain video topics, and there's a reason those big creators are big, and so YouTube just assumes that everybody else will like those creators as well, and so it pushes them heavily in the algorithms. But you know, I don't think, I don't think that's YouTube not supporting small creators. I think it's just YouTube, well, it's the algorithm finding its audience. You know, it's hard at the beginning because you have no traction. You're fighting an uphill battle the entire time until you break numbers. Like right now, for example, I'm not on a roll, but I'm doing a lot better than I was 2 years ago. Last year, I had a breakout year where things were going absolutely crazy. And, you know, there's no good and perfect system, really. The best thing you can do is just to keep making good content. And when YouTube does eventually start pushing your videos, because every video has its own essentially algorithm feed on it. Like, the channel does matter, because that's how YouTube knows to serve a video to somebody, is if they've watched a video by you before, they're more likely to watch another one. But if you don't have an audience yet, then you just gotta hope that that video eventually picks up an audience. And so you gotta make sure every video you make is as good as you can make it, so that when it gets seen, people will look at it and not click away. You know, I've been fighting the algorithm for a while now. I'm not getting impressions. I'm not able to get views because I'm not getting impressions. But at the end of the day, impressions don't matter if my videos come out not good. So the best and really the only thing I can do right now is to keep making videos and keep trying, but to always innovate and to always evolve, because I want to provide you guys with the right type of entertainment too. How many times did you get vaccinated for COVID? I got vaccinated 6 times personally. I got 2, initial 1 and booster. I didn't get any. I know that's gonna, like, probably irritate a couple of people. But they didn't test that sucker, and I didn't trust it. And, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad I didn't. I just did the precautions that we were supposed to do from the beginning. I stayed away from people. But depending on which one you got, the government actually kind of lied to us about it and proceeded to give a ton of people a ton of heart issues, and that's not cool with me. But yeah, I didn't get it. And I got COVID like twice. So like I recognize the risk I weighed there, but it was a calculated risk. There's a very good chance I would have been dead had I not, because my heart's already overly sensitive. The last thing I needed to do is put some vaccine in me that hadn't been tested for a long enough term. There's nothing wrong with other people doing that. I just really didn't want to donate my body to science that day. Sorry, I have to go. No worries, gamer. Appreciate you popping in. We'll catch you another time. Do you have fresh animations? I never really see mobs here. No, I don't have fresh animations. There's not a ton of mobs up here, really. You're right, though. Got 2 initial, 1 and a booster. 2... YouTube was deleted my 123,000 channel. Oof. Sorry to hear that. In 2 years, I made your age, I made experiment video. In a day, YouTube directly deleted my account on YouTube. I don't know why. That's weird. Who knows? If YouTube has a ton of policies, any number of them can get flagged, and sometimes they just don't really give you guys a warning, and it's not fair. I think YouTube probably should give a 3-strike system, and they say they do, but there are some policies where they don't, and there are some that they shouldn't. I should also say that there are some policies that, when broken once, should not be allowed to have a second chance. But unless unless you broke like an abhorrent one that posed a threat to somebody, it makes no sense. My friend's Steam account got hacked 3 times. I don't know why his passwords are so weak. He probably uses the same password across platforms. I know a lot of people do. And you know, that's fair. I get it. It's hard to remember a ton of passwords. But the second any of your passwords are used in a data leak, you have to change it every year. And most people don't want to do that. He's the same username. Username's at least fine. Like, that's not as big of a deal. Password, on the other hand, like, that's where you gotta worry about it, in my opinion. Also, over here needs to be trimmed down 1 block. I don't want to switch game mode anyway, thanks. I want to cut. Are we good? We're good. Greg, I've been so busy today. Been a designated driver for some friends for the last 10 hours, not complaining, just busy. Oof. That is some busy work right there, yeah. That's fair. Well, good on you for being the designated driver. There needs to be one. It doesn't mean it's the fun part of the job, but you know, being responsible is good. But you know, hopefully you can get back home and relax for a little bit soon. That would be nice. Sounds tiring, not because I get to jam out to music the entire time. That's fair. That's the real fun part, I guess, now that you mention it. I didn't think about that. Okay, could be worse for sure. How are we looking right now? I need more cobblestone. And we gotta figure out what I'm doing here. I'm kind of thinking we'll do a small wall right there up to this point, and then we'll do a taller wall up to here. And that should have us kind of done. Maybe? I don't know. One time I drove in one trip to Tampa from Baltimore. It took 18 hours, no stops. Yeah, that tracks. I used to go East Coast, Florida, so opposite side of Florida, but it makes it a little bit faster. I'm like, yeah, that that lines up with around about what I was thinking. I think for us it took about 14 hours. So, there. Kuya, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. Welcome in, Raiders. How's it going? Let me drop a follow. What were you guys up to, Raiders? Welcome in.
Hello there.
It would be Lincoln Park 90% of the time. I proceeded to sleep for 12 hours straight. That's fair. Take it back. I'd happily be in a car for 10 hours with the right music on. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate ya. Thank you. Bring our family to yours with a hashtag Big Bro Raid. We love to see it. Thank you so much. Welcome on in, everybody. We are currently in my Minecraft Forever world. And so we are going to be expanding this mine. And we're currently building up this stairway up into the mountains where we'll eventually build a volcano and we'll have a forge and all those other cool things. What did you guys get up to? And if any of you need to pop out, raid and run, do the post-stream things, viewers included, please take care of yourselves. Like Nathan said, eat, sleep, drink, walk the woofer. If you have to do anything, please take care of yourselves. Real life comes first. Alright, let me make sure I'm caught up on chat before I start yapping again. Not a thankless job, thankfully, so not fully for nothing, heck yeah. Forge is like the last thing in this bigger build. I'm hoping it'll actually be... It'll kind of be like an ongoing project. I'll do that alongside the volcano, but it just kind of depends on a couple of factors. I love Forever Worlds. I was in mine as well. Nice. Okay. I was building a vanilla survival teleporter with the copper golems. Oh, dude. Copper golems are so fun. That is awesome. That is so, so cool. The survival teleporter, though, that's... I kind of recall seeing some of those on Reddit. And they're really, really cool. So, I'll have to check out your next stream, hopefully, and see what you guys get up to. That's awesome. I need to mess with copper golems as well. I want to do automated storage with them, for sure. Sick design by someone on YouTube. You can travel as many blocks as you want in seconds. That's awesome. Do you do, like, nether portals, I'm assuming? So you probably go into, like, your nether hub, and then it uses the pearl, I would imagine. Probably, because the pearls is what really changed things, I feel like. Copper golems really helped for animated builds. That's true. Everything feels so much more alive with those little guys just walking around. Did you watch the thing I sent last stream? I have not. I haven't really had time yet. I spent some time working on the website. And so, if you guys actually want to help me with something, if one of you do !socials and go into the website, just give me some quick feedback. 1, can you see the logos? I've had mixed results with that. 2, does it look cool? Or at least okay? Does it get the point across? And 3, is there any suggestions you have for it? That's all I need to know. If it isn't working at all, I need your device and operating system, and then work with that. Uses the lodestone with compasses, and then it's connected via redstone to an ender pearl stasis chamber. Whenever you want to teleport, just break the lodestone and it teleports you. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Okay. I'm kind of imagining how that might work. I'm not like a redstone genius by any means. I used to do redstone a decent amount back when I like first started playing Minecraft, but then I stopped doing it and started building. Icons didn't load again for me. I see the logos. The fourth wall page looks good. Yes. Thank you, Shadow. Appreciate it. Icon still didn't load for you. That's interesting. I'm trying to think. What browser are you using, Nathan? If you don't mind me asking. Change X to Twitter, though. Technically, that's not the branding anymore. As much as I agree it's stupid, it's a different name and brand. You know, it's their choice. I'm not gonna be petty about some name and go. That's not the hill I'm gonna die on. I've been working on my own site. I know the pain. Yeah. I'm thinking it has to do with the fact that I'm using SVG images. Well, graphics, vectors. But it's pointing to GitHub because that's where I'm hosting that. Because you can't just host the images on Fourth Wall for whatever reason. So my guess is it has something to do with the fact that the browser isn't wanting to play nice with that. From the brief amount of research I've done, that seems to be the case for some people, is SVGs just don't load as nicely on Androids, but I don't know that to be 100% true yet. Hopper Golem can get the compasses, and when you break it, it lets the Golem place a new broken compass in a chest that activates the Emperor Stasis. That is such a clever system. I've seen one where somebody does like I'm trying to remember how they did it exactly, but they had like this big map on the floor, and they threw an item into it, and then that item got spit out onto like a ice pathway or something, and zoomed out towards some other location, and it activates the Pearl Stasis so that it sends them back to the overworld. But it's like crazy to me that you can do that. And I've also seen ones where they have just launchers where you throw the pearl into a system, and it launches it with slime blocks, I guess, towards a nether portal, and then it goes through there, so you can quick travel with that. That's wild. I still can't believe we have, you know, ender pearls that can take you cross dimension now. Like that's just wild to me. It's really cool, but it's really, really wild. Been working on my own site. I know the pain. Yeah. Windows 11 Firefox, in case that's important later. Thank you. Works on Chrome. Okay, gotcha. Appreciate you guys. That's actually really helpful. So, it was working for me on my phone, and it was working on my desktop. I went over to my brother. It was working on his stuff. I asked one of my friends. She said it looked good. But I just wanted to make sure with a larger group, since I had you all here. I was like, I wonder, is this gonna work? Because you guys all have different devices, and I could imagine maybe GitHub is probably the weakest link there, honestly. Ideally, you would host that all on your own server. And eventually I'd like to, but I'm trying to save up for an actual server for another thing. So it's lower priorities when it just comes to like a socials page. I got mad because I was using Streamlabs link service. I think it was called Willow or something like that. Well, they got rid of their link tree. So for the longest time, my link my link tree hasn't been working, and I was like, I'm just gonna build my own. Find someone with a Samsung phone and see if it works on their Samsung internet browser. I could try. I actually don't know a ton of people with Samsungs, to be honest. It's not uncommon here, but amongst the young people, they usually have iPhones where I'm at. Samsung is the best. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You guys can't see my logos on my webpage. I think that's a pretty bad issue. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's a very niche issue, and it's probably due to the way I have it set up. Welcome back from the ads. Sorry about that, guys. I know they suck, but it gets you guys 1 hour free of ads, which is better than pre-rolls in my opinion. Can you read my last chat? One time when I was trying to create a slime enemy for a game I was doing, and I accidentally created life in Blender. You created life in Blender, like were you using like the game studio in Blender? And I just checked, I see them, and I have a Samsung. Then it's Nathan. We're blaming Nathan. No, I'm kidding. There's a good chance it is still me. There's a good chance. I was moving on. So, oh, were you using like? I didn't get an AI at all. Oh. I know. Sometimes if you use like modifiers, sometimes it can do a whole bunch of movements and stuff. Samsung usually has two. Might be Chrome used. Awesome. I did notice in some of my research, the Samsung browser itself does sometimes have issues, particularly with SVGs, which again, what I'm using. If it's the case of one browser, I'm not gonna fix it. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. It's not worth the time. It's not breaking anything as far as I know. Everything just looks a little more blank, but I apologize to Samsung users. Maybe I'll put a little disclaimer at the bottom of the page. Ellen Lee, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for paying your taxes. I appreciate you. I need to redo some game dev soon. The only one that renders on is X Online, bruh. No. Crazy. Samsung all the way. Y'all are sick. I'm sorry, you're all sick. No, everybody's entitled to an opinion. It's fine. Is the link to the socials in your bio? It should be, yeah. Firefox for Android. Is that working? It's fine? Okay, good. Good. My guess is Samsung internet browser is the problem then. I don't know if I'll fix it just for that. It depends on how much work it's gonna be. That's where I'm at with it. If it's gonna take me longer than 15 minutes, it's not. If I had to guess, how would I want to fix that? I mean, Samsung internet is designed to run on budget models, so okay, it's only logos, won't worry too much. That's why I'm kind of thinking the same thing. Why is Blue Sky here? I have it, I don't use it. People kind of were acting like we were all gonna move over there after Twitter got bought, so I made one to claim my username, and nobody really moved in my friend group, so I have it. You can follow me there if you don't use Twitter. I don't really use Blue Sky though. I find it's just it's Twitter but the other side of politics, and I don't really like politics, so I don't use Blue Sky. I don't use X or Twitter or whatever you call it. I just use YouTube, Discord, and Twitch, and I'm a happy guy. Thank you for the follow, Shadow. I appreciate it. Thank you. He uses Blue Sky in this day and age. Never heard of Blue Sky. It's okay. If I were to use If I were to use it, I would use it to probably browse through art, and in which case I would probably just get Tumblr instead. You know, that's kind of where I'm at with it. The artists all moved from Twitter over to Blue Sky. So there's a lot of art over there to look at, and I enjoy that part of it. But there's not a lot of people who still hang around and post just funny tweets, you know? Same YouTube, Twitch, and Discord. It's a much simpler life. I agree. I don't... If I need to post a random thought, I just do that in my Discord status. It's nice. Now, occasionally I do post on Twitter because, like, people want... if people want to, like, join in on what I'm doing or I have a big announcement, sometimes I'll post there, but quite honestly, it's not worth it. Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. It's all I need. I'm on TikTok, I guess, but I post the same stuff on TikTok that I post on YouTube. So, it's kind of like, I don't even want to be there. I just seem to have a decent following for some reason. Like, I'm getting, on average, at least 1,000 views on the clips that I post, and I'm getting, like, 40 likes, which isn't a great ratio from my understanding, but it's better than it has been in the past for me. Blue Sky was a flop. Who uses Blue Sky in this day and age? It opens in Samsung Internet. It seems fine. Interesting. That's really interesting. It must be... I don't know, I'm probably not going to worry about it then. If it's working for some of you and not all of you, I'm just going to chalk it up to weird errors and it'll be fine. Still really good. Yeah, I mean, compared to what I did have happen, I mean, I was at one point in time only getting like 40 views and maybe 2 likes, and those were from friends. So, I don't know what changed with me and TikTok, but it's a lot better than it has been. I started on TikTok, but I've been trying to move completely to YouTube. It seems much easier over there. I like YouTube because you can do everything. You can stream, you can post your shorts, and you can do long form. And you can do all of that at the same time without it trying to punish you. That's what I really like about it. And if you do it right, you can actually feed all of your content into each other. So with... my shorts, I actually use that to push people towards my videos. And then the videos actually help people find the streams. Same thing with the shorts to the stream, but a little less so. Thanks for popping in, Kua. I'm not saying your name right. I'm sorry. I don't know how to say your name. I'm gonna go with that, though. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. I'll have to catch one of your next streams. Have a good rest of your night, and we'll catch you again later. Hooyah. Hooyah. Gotcha. Yeah. Hooyah. Also, I need to do stuff. I am just standing here looking at the sky. Let's build. This flashback is gonna be all sorts of messed up. It's alright. We'll fix it. We'll fix it in post. Hello, Shadowforge. Welcome on in on the YouTube side. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, let's go around that way. I need to start chopping some trees, it seems. I haven't really decided if I like these walls. I know we've, like, kind of committed to them. But, you know, I'm having doubts. Mostly shorts a few months ago, but because of school, it's been empty over there. Hoping I can put out something over spring break, so that's good. I hope that all works out. I want to catch some of your content if I have time. That'd be nice. What kind of shorts do you make, or have you been making? Why do you have 300 hours on software KingReg? It's a very addictive game. Okay, listen. Every time there's a new update, I find myself logging in and playing way longer than I meant to. It's actually a surprisingly good game, though. No DLCs. No, no having to take out a loan to even play the game. It's really nice. 290 on Stardew, I can respect that. I still have to play more Stardew too. I need a couple more achievements. I got my perfection run in on Stardew, but I want to finish. I need to get the most powerful weapon. I need to beat Prairie King without dying, and I need to go through the Jojo Mart route. But outside of that, I'm almost done with Stardew. I'll finish it eventually. Probably. Do we not have those? I don't. I must put them away. Hang on. 190 on Hollow Knight. That's nice. Yes. Hollow Knight was one of my favorite games. It was really good. King and Nathan have been inspiring me to continue making content for real, Aww. No, it's... I'm glad that we can do that. You know, content has been... It's been good. It's been good to me, and I feel like... I don't know. I've got something I want to say about that. Let me think how I want to say it, though. 90 on City Skylines, that's low-key an underrated game. I want to play more City Skylines, but I hate how much all of the DLCs cost. Like, I was gonna buy them slowly, and then just kind of pick them up as I got all of the achievements. But they're so expensive to get all of them, and now I feel like in order to build a good city, you need at least half of them in order to get most of the achievements, because they've rebalanced the games in favor of all of those. Gonna switch to my Samsung, be right back. Alright, sounds good, Nikita. Spider-Man 2, nice. Spider-Man was a good game. I don't know what I'd consider my content. I like making silly relatable videos of Minecraft, though. Okay, I gotcha. Let me send you all my favorite short if you do want to check my account, though. I'm trying to work my way back into content. Alright, bet. I will check out, I may even watch them all. We'll see. But I'll check them out if you send it. 100% of getting over it. Yes. That game... It actually didn't bother me. It actually really didn't bother me too much. Getting over it was a good game. It was fun to stream, especially, though, because my chat raged, I think, more than I did. So, when I beat it the first time, it was really satisfying for them. But then the other 49 times were all for me. And I got to the point where I was speedrunning the game, essentially. I was like, I think 14-minute runs on average by the time I was done. I don't think I could do it anymore, but maybe. I don't know. I want to try to get one of my friends to play it with me again. I'd like to teach them how to play it. Maybe one of these days, guys, we could get Kit to play it. I sent it to her as a gift last year, I think it was. We should try to bully her into playing it. Don't forget torches again. Right, thank you. Down here. Boop. Red Fishies, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Might have taken 50 hours, but nice. But I'll check it out. Didn't know you were gonna stream today. Yes, I usually stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. But sometimes there's exceptions to that rule, like if I'm just tired. Is that right of me? Probably not. But it's the honest thing I do. Nothing more annoying than zombies and walls making noise and you constantly wondering where it's coming from. That's a... You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Can I put it in the self-promo or should I send it elsewhere? Self-promo, media, general, wherever you want. You need to finish Celeste. OMG. I didn't finish that one, did I? I kind of forgot about it. Celeste wasn't a bad game. I think somebody just fell. I don't hear them. I'm gonna keep chopping at my tree. The amount of times that has happened is so sad. By chapter 9, the DLC for is free. I must have not played it. My bad. I'll get around to it eventually. Maybe we'll stream it. We streamed the rest of the game. I must have forgotten that part. I don't know. It'll end up on the to-do list eventually. Good exception. Yeah. I'm a lazy guy sometimes, okay? That's something everybody has to learn at some point in time. Do not expect me to actually hold true to my schedules or my promises. They're at the mercy of my energy. Me from YouTube, hey, welcome on in. Welcome to the Twitch side. Hi, from YT. And more Elden Ring. Oh my gosh. Elden Ring sucked. Ah. I hate that game. Elden Ring is trash. I despise Elden Ring with a burning passion. I couldn't even beat the first boss. Gotta go see you soon. Alright, sounds good, Red Fishes. Appreciate it. Didn't even ease into the Elden Ring hate. No, it's a bad game. It's just a bad game. I'm sorry. They intentionally make the game hard. Just for what purpose? So that it's hard? Like, there are games where that's okay. But an open world game where, like, you actually properly lose things, I'm not for that. Souls-like games just aren't for me. What do you mean Elden Ring is a bad game? It's a bad game. The game design in loop is die, and then try again, and then die, and then try again, and then die, and try again. Like, I'm not expecting a game to hold my hand or anything, but at the same time, I don't want to have to combat roll, like, 500,000 times in order to kill a boss. Like, that sounds boring. That sounds so boring. I didn't like Elden Ring, but I do like Arc Raiders and Helldivers. Helldivers was goated. I need to play that again sometime. I never got to play Arc Raiders, but I was in the open beta, I guess it was. And I never actually downloaded it to play it, but it looked like such a good game. Bad at playing it. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, Helldivers is fun. Playing Helldivers with viewers. That would be interesting. I'm not against that. I would want one of my other friends to be there with me. Just to kind of help maintain some semblance of not peace. What's the word? Order? Order is the word I think I'd use there. That's the risk you always run with playing with viewers is... Oh, let's fix that. Playing with viewers, you always run that risk of, like, how wacky are you guys gonna be today? But I do want to do more stuff with you guys. Ideally, sooner rather than later. We have a floater. That was indeed a floater. I made you hooked on it right now. That's so fair. Oh, we were talking about YouTube and, like, inspiration and all that. That in Arc, because with Arc it matches you based on player versus player aggression, so if you shoot other players, you get put in PvP lobbies and the inverse. Dude, that is so cool. Actually, that is so cool. That would make me want to play it, maybe. Because I saw the PvP, and I was like, I'm not into that kind of thing. But if it actually matches you based on if you're aggressive or not, I like that. That would make me more interested. How do you have Goose Goose Duck but not Among Us? I have it on Epic Games because it was free over there. I despise paying for a game when I can have it for free. I'm sorry. That might make me a terrible person. I don't know. But I can play Among Us for free on my phone. I can play Among Us for free on Epic Games. But I can't play Among Us for free on Steam. And I just think that's a crime. Like, I don't know. It's just wild to me. Right. YouTube. You can get every game for free. Arrgh. I wasn't gonna mention that, but you're not wrong. You're not wrong. YouTube inspiration, though. There's a lot of people that inspire me to use YouTube, but recently the biggest inspiration, honestly, has just been the people that I've been introduced to through YouTube. I've had the unique opportunity to have been on the same Minecraft server that Joe Hills of Hermitcraft has been on, okay? I have waved virtually through chat at Shovel. Like, the proximity that I am to some of these people that I used to watch is absolutely insane. And I never can take that for granted. Like, it's just wild. Oh, that's gonna wash away my torches. Okay. So like, that's been a massive inspiration lately. Just kind of going, whoa. I know people who know people. And that's like really cool. You can't like ever walk away from that fact. By the way, there's a lot of zombies in there. I'm gonna always walk through and go, why are there zombies in here? This would be the perfect place to build a crib. Oh, wait, that's Water Ghost's idea is coming into play there. All right, I'm gonna head out. All right, see you later, James. Thanks for popping in. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night. For the most part, I run around my lobbies and just chat and game voice. Very calm. You do have to grit your teeth starting off, though. That puts you in neutral lobbies. I see. That makes sense. That makes sense. I can respect that. It wants to make sure you don't ruin the lives of everybody else. So it just throws you in neutral, and you just gotta tough it out for a couple of rounds. Man, Arc Raiders has had some really cool clips too. I remember when it first came out. Burnt Peanut has some funny stuff. That guy's hilarious. Hello, Activity. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Hello. What are we doing? I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. This build is starting to become more and more castle-like the more I build, and I'm starting to get worried. This was supposed to be mostly underground build, and I think almost probably 75% of our build is above ground right now. That's mildly concerning. To be fair, most of it is just walls. There's nothing inside of the walls. But it is a slight problem. Okay, do we have any more? No, we don't. Okay. Distance short in general on your server? Alright, appreciate it. I'll check that out after stream for sure then. Thank you very much. I need help try to reach 500 to 1,000 days on my server, Bedrock Beta Edition. private one without getting bored. Set yourself some goals. That's how I get through all of the time that I play. Like, I'm on day 314 of my world right here, and I have zero desire to stop. You know, I've got this crazy build that I'm taking on, all because I spawned in the cave at the beginning. I've started to build this cave base, and then it went into, well, what do these people sell, and how, you know, you start building up a story with the base you build, and before you know it, you know, it's been 300 days, and I'm still having fun with it, and I'm probably halfway finished with the build. So I'm very likely going to be at 600 days. I've not even gone to the Nether yet. Like, I would highly recommend for you to not get bored. Just set yourself one goal, and then have a follow-up goal ready for it. So, you know, start off with, you know, a basic starter house. That's kind of what I started with. But then I was like, well, what is my first big build gonna be? Well, I started down there, and I need somewhere near spawn so that I can get re-geared up if I die and lose my spawn point. So I built up some stuff there so that the infrastructure is all there. There's gonna be gear and stuff ready to go if I die. And I also wanted something impressive to show people right off the bat if I had a guest on the world. So that's the other bonus of having something right at spawn. And that slowly built up into this. And, you know, after exploring a little bit, I already know where I'm going to build next. Over here, there's this pillager outpost. And I'm going to look into how I can spawn-proof it. But I want to amp it up a little bit. I want to do some stuff to the... oh, can't get too close. But I want to do some texturing and cliff work so that it looks even cooler. We're going to do a huge town up on this mountainside, though. And we're going to have kind of a sort of lore going on here about the people that live here. And those people are going to be not so much like police in the sense of like their only job is the law, but they have a lot of if you've ever played the Middle Earth games, Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor, those games, I'm kind of imagining it being kind of like a ranger outpost of sorts. And you know, of course, a lot of other people live here, like merchants, and there's going to be a tavern with a barkeeper, and I'm imagining maybe we could even have some sort of wizard living here, because a mountain just seems like a good place for him to live. But I've already got my second build picked out, and I've had some ideas for other places too. Let me turn off my shaders so I can actually see where we're going. This way, I have Voxy, that's why I can see infinitely. Everywhere I've been is rendered, so way over there, that's where I went for Dark Oak the first time. And then right there's that woodland mansion. I want to transform the woodland mansion. I want to build some bridges between the woodland mansion and that mountain, and then from that mountain there's going to be a pathway down, and somewhere in this forest we're going to have like a magical mushroom village. And over here we're going to have a logging corporation where they're cutting down trees. And they'll probably show up in several places later on in the world. What else? Yeah, that pillager outpost is just... it's a peak location, honestly. I'm trying to think... there's some other things I wanted to do with the world, but I can't remember. There's some stuff over there. I've thought about doing some stuff with the glaciers. I haven't really considered exactly what that might be yet. But you know, just kind of exploring Minecraft in general has led me to that realization that your creativity will know no bounds if you just keep building. You have these ideas written down, or are you just creating as you go? Some of them I have written down, but most of them it's just kind of as I go. Like, for example, it's not officially written down anywhere, I don't think, that I'm going to do stuff with that outpost, but I've said it so many times that I remember it. Same thing with that Woodland Mansion. When I came into this world, though, I actually wanted to build a hobbit village. That's all I wanted to do, was build a hobbit village. And the world kind of threw me a weird curveball by putting me in the middle of spruce and leaving only spruce everywhere you look. Like, as far as the eye can see, you know, spruce all the way up until pretty much right there. That's like, what, 1,000 blocks away? This way you've got some oak. That way you've got more spruce just beyond the mountain. There's a plains over there. That's really far away. I didn't find that until I had already started over here, I'm pretty sure. Like, I had no opportunity to go build the hobbit village that I wanted to build because I needed a plains with the rolling hills and such. So I just took the opportunity laid before me, and eventually we'll go around and we'll go do a hobbit village, but that's just gonna have to wait, I guess. Chili Cheese Dog, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I went through the trouble of importing my entire world into Voxy since you can just import region files. I did not know you could do that. That's cool. I haven't done that. I started the world with Voxy, so I don't have to worry about it. But I didn't know you could do that. That's actually really helpful. I may do that when I do my King SMP Season 3 world download video. Because there's so much of a build there that I want to show. And unfortunately, the render distance just isn't there for it. So being able to see the whole world would be kind of cool. I love spruce. It looks so nice. Me too. Me too, Al. Also, welcome on in. Thank you for sending your taxes. I appreciate it. That they really just said spruce. Just spruce. Yep, that's it. That is it. The existing world I had Distant Horizons with. Oh, okay, okay. I did use Distant Horizons for a little bit. It wasn't too bad. I just like Voxy a little bit better. But quite honestly, can't go wrong with either one. Bobby I used for a good while there, but Bobby, well, it ain't Voxy. Let's just say that, you know? It ain't Voxy. We need a axe. Bobby was good, yeah. It was good for what it was. I will concede on that. Like, it's really good when you're on a server. That's what I really used it for, because you couldn't have your render distance super high. You built the full map of Omnia in Minecraft? Impossible. Omnia will have a lot of procedural generation, and it's also multiple planets, so you'd have to do, like... Well, you can build custom dimensions in Minecraft. So technically speaking, I could build, like, a gameplay demo in Minecraft, I think. Possibly. Just watched a whole bunch. They're really good. I'll watch more after streaming over the weekend. There's quite a few. Hey, let's go. Wanna play Minecraft Reg? Hello, Zane. Welcome on in. Appreciate you popping in. I'm currently playing on my Forever World. And I don't have a world to play on you guys with yet. But eventually there will be King SMP Season 4. And when that happens, I would be honored if you would like to play on us for that one. That was like a very nonsensical sentence. I'm sorry. That was really hard to say. The mod NVIDIA. that was commonly used with Bobby was made by Cortex who made Voxy, so it all ties in the end. Wait, does it really? I didn't know that. Huh. Okay. Yeah, you're not you're not wrong. It all comes together then. Wow. Cool. Diamond armor. Whoa. Hey, Coral, welcome on in. Thank you for submitting your taxes. I appreciate it. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, wait. No, not mushrooms. I'm not paying attention, if you guys couldn't tell. I think my first diamond helmet is about to break. I'm gonna go ahead and take that off and put it in here. We'll go ahead and make a new one. It'll just be a low level enchant. I'm trying to save as much of my gear as I can. Oh, I kind of need to craft it first. I want to save as much of my old gear as I can so I can kind of make like a museum of sorts. I think that'll be a lot of fun. Whoa, that's actually like such a good helmet. Oh my goodness. Are you on Java or Bedrock? I'm on Java. How much to delete your world? I'm not gonna say no amount of money, because there's a lot of money out there. Like $1 million, $1 million US would be pretty good. I'd be really sad though as well. Like, this world, I would never get back. I'd have to rebuild it all. Dang, I'm not Elon. Yeah, well, you're not gonna pay me to delete my world then. Like, I'm sorry, that's just how it goes. I'd be like you because you're so cool. Just went with a slightly different shade. You'd be correct. Goodness, thank you. Hopefully you stick to the more recent ones as they're slightly less cringe. Less silly cringe than the others. That's fair. Nah, it's all good. I will probably watch the entire catalog just because I've got nothing better to do. Well, that's a lie. I have things I should do, but I'm not gonna do. So, there's a good chance I'll watch through them all. There's a lot of cringe things that I've said and done, so I won't be able to say anything about it. An actual price? I don't know, $1 million is an actual price if you ask me, dude. Chat, how much to delete the world? How much do you guys think? I thought $1 million was kind of fair. People join your forever world? No. I'm eventually gonna invite... I'm eventually gonna invite some friends to hop on occasionally and play, but that's gonna be a little later down the road. I can't seem to get rid of them. I can't seem to get rid of them. They just keep showing back up. Can you add me? This is a Java world. I can't add you. Dude, the pillagers. Yep. They just don't leave us alone. Just always with you. The biggest fans. I know. Ah. Ow. Coral, when did you get your eye? Yes, Coral. You can't add on Java? Nope. Nope, Java is, there's no friend system on there. You make servers and then people join them. But I don't have a server right now. I don't know what we're gonna do when we get King SMP running again. As it is, like, I'm struggling to play on more than just the Forever World. I mean, by then, hopefully the new world smell will kind of wear off on the Forever World, and I'll be interested in other things again. I don't know, we'll see. I know I'm gonna struggle, because I'll be at two worlds full time. And eventually it'll probably be 3. But we'll just have to wait and see on that one. Maybe I'll check some out tomorrow too. I'm curious now. Me too. Try to get to the surface after mining and skeletons chop me and maybe fall and die. Oh no! Skeletons are so evil, dude. Skeletons, man. I've not died too many times on this world, thankfully, but it's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. And I'm not looking forward to it. Like, I've not wiped out, like, totally. I've died, what, 4 times maybe? I've died 5 times. None of those I've lost all of my stuff. Cat? Are we back? What happened? What happened? That was weird. We're back. Okay. Sorry about that, Nathan. I don't know what happened, but your points just kind of killed me for a second there. I'm gonna give you back those points. 'Cause it's not running anymore. For a second, I thought I lagged out. No, it was me. It was me. My OBS crashed. Sorry about that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm stuck in time travel mode now. Okay. I'm gonna resubmit. I can't resubmit my taxes. Okay, it paired with the VOD, then. We're good. Hang on. Hang on. Time travel too hard. Reg time traveled without his PC. He'll be back for it soon. Welcome on in, loves. Hi. Hope you're doing good. We back. Crashed time travel. He came back in time. For a second, I thought I lagged out. Good news, Reg. You know how I sang 31 songs last weekend? Well, my voice is a decent amount back to the point in a couple of days. And tomorrow I'll be able to sing again and do more tasks. Higgs, that's awesome. Maybe go back to 2020. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do that. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Okay, let me see if I can fix this. This takes a little bit of time, but I usually can. Filters, all of those. Oh wait. Okay. And then same here. Nope. Same here. Ah. There we go. There's that. We're almost there, guys. Hang on. Filters. 60s mode off. Okay. And then desktop filters. 60s mode off. And then there. Are we good? Probably. The outro is gonna be all messed up, but I will fix that when we get there. Have you played Roblox before? I played once and then never again. I didn't really get to enjoy it properly when I played last time, and I didn't find a game that I like. Boop. Yeah, that goes that way. Should try it. It will attract people to watch. Will it attract the people I want to watch me? That's the question I have more than anything. You know, just because it brings in views doesn't mean it's the views that I want. You know, my primary target audience isn't really... I don't think it's the primary demographic that Roblox is, you know? I just want to play what I like, and I like Minecraft, so that's what I'm sticking with for now. Let's do... maybe up one more. Sorry about the ads, guys. Let's go up to, I guess... right about here. What seed are you on? I don't know what it is. It's just whatever randomly generated when I started the world. I don't really look up seeds or anything like that. I just start playing. Can you check? I mean, I can. It's not really a good seed or anything like that. Like, it's not anything crazy. But if you really want to see it, I can show you, yeah. Is there villages? Well, I mean, there are. They're just not really all that close. Like, I've got one... right there. I've got one... I have to turn off shaders so you guys can even see it. Right there. And then there's one... hang on. There should be one more somewhere else. I'm missing it, though. Ah, right there. And then... fire. There's one right there. And... there. And then there should be one, yep, there. There's more somewhere else. Ah, right there. The on-screen chat messages are stuck in time travel? Really? Okay. That's interesting. Oh, what? Hold on, that's weird. Okay, yeah. Gotcha. Thanks, Nathan. Okay. That should fix it, I think. Can you find a woodland mansion? Yeah, there's, where is it? Right there. There it is. Woodland mansion. You go to the village with the ruined portal and get the seed for it. And are you actually going to use the seed, or are you just asking for it and then and then nothing, because like last seed. Like are you on the mobile like vertical stream, or are you on the horizontal stream? Because you're not gonna be able to see it if I type it into my chat. And I'm not reading off the numbers. I will not read off the numbers. That's gonna take too long. What are we doing? We are building a wall. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Mostly from here we're doing cobble. Not a ton at the top, it's just a little bit. And then the rest of it can be andesite. What are we doing? I just told you. We are building a wall. This goes up. To here, I guess? And then it'll go over, and same thing with that one. Both go over into the mountainside. Alright. Boop, boop. What time is it? 10:13, sorry. Hey Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes. If I want any hope of finishing the video tonight, I need to, like, lock in after this. Okay. Something looks off. Nope, not that. I don't know. I'm just gonna assume it's my imagination. That's good enough for me. I'll fix it after stream. Okay. Yeah. Full overlay was green before, I think. No, it was blue. That one was, at least. Because I pulled that one from Twitch, so whatever the color is on Twitch, it should be here. And then up. Oh, man. I have these. I don't have the other ones, though. Boop. And boop. It is hot. I'm baking in here, dude. Oh wait, hold on. Did I? Yeah, I did that right. I was about to say, I think I did that wrong. No, no, no. It's right. Boop. Okay. Doot, doot, doot. Now we just need andesite slabs, and we should be good on this side of the wall. Say your name. Angry, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Top side. Andesite. Ba ba ba. And then just like so. How does that look? Oh, I missed the spot. That'll become probably andesite, I guess. Yeah, no, that works. That works. So now we just gotta bring it over towards the mountain. So from here over, probably right about here, honestly. I don't know, we'll see. And then same thing here, just over until it's close enough to the side. Wow, wait, that actually looks kind of cool. I was kind of worried, but this is rapidly expanding into something that looks much more epic than it actually is. It'll be really cool once we have the mines in over there, because then you won't see the end of the build. It'll just kind of look like it keeps going. And then the volcano will be in here. That will kind of be covered up just right by the fog. And then we'll also have the forge off in the distance. You may be able to see parts of that poking up. Okay. Okay, yeah. Let's I try to fly. I keep trying to fly. It's not going good. We need to stop doing that. Boop. Boop. So what I'm thinking, we'll go that. There we go. Up. I don't have any more cobble. It's cheating, but slabs. Did I put in the block over here? I think I forgot to put in the block. Nope. Yeah. That there. Boop, boop. Okay. Let's go get some cobble. I don't know if I can make this jump or not, but I'm gonna try. I did not jump off the right block. I am like cooking in here, guys. My brain is like some sort of soup. Brain soup. Alright, down here, I think I still have some cobblestone. Let's come down here and get that. Nope. Nope. There's a little bit. And I'll grab like an extra stack or two from over here. There we go. And back up we go. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I'm gonna get... I don't know if I'm gonna get all of the episode done tonight, let alone edit it tomorrow. I could just go into the new upload schedule, but I kind of wanted to get one more video done and then do the new upload schedule and announce it during the video. But at the same time, I don't want to rush this episode if I can make it actually be really good too. I don't know, I'll wait and see what I'm looking at after tonight's recording. And if I feel like I need to change it, then I will, but I want to not worry about that too much right now. Those with some of these. Stream schedule staying the same for now. It is, yeah. It may change again. I don't really have a desire to change it, but it just depends on if the new upload schedule suits me well or not. If it doesn't, then it's kind of like, okay, well, the only other thing to change at that point would be the stream schedule. But we'll just have to wait and see. Oop. Okay, now we need to fill in the dirt, which is down here. And we should be good. I will say, if I did change the stream schedule, or even the upload schedule for that matter, if I changed any of the schedules, the hope would be that I could actually get a lot more done across the board. I've got a lot that I'm behind on, for example, game dev. Omnia is like getting the short end of the stick right now, and I feel really bad. It is what it is, you know, you can only do so much. So I'm trying not to pile on too much, just so I can still have some hope of actually getting that done. But at the same time, I'm not like crossing my fingers or anything, because right now I gotta focus hard on YouTube. It's just the only options I've got. If, you know, if things work out a little bit better and I'm not as tight on money and time, then we'll be able to actually start doing I'll be able to start actually focusing a little bit better, I guess. And I'll be able to justify the amount of time I spend on anything, for that matter. So I don't have to make it work, is the thing. I'm gonna finish chopping down this tree. and filling in the dirt. And then we'll wrap things up. Up. Okay. Of course, there's also stuff over here. But I'm not sure how I'm gonna terraform yet. That might change a little bit of what I'm thinking will happen up here. So I need a pathway. So I guess next step is gonna be figuring out where exactly the volcano is gonna go. Then we gotta figure out where the pathway is gonna go to lead out through the volcano, and then to one, where the nether portal will be, and then two, where the forge is gonna be. And then I guess the other thing will be then just figuring out terraforming at that point. But this is what we've got so far. I know we didn't really spend any time in the mines like I kind of hoped we would. It's like a 5-minute project, probably closer to 10. But we just gotta dig that way, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe probably around 20 more blocks. I might try to go even farther than that, though, and just do, like, a fog effect of some sort, so that, it fades out into the distance and you just don't see the end of it. We'll just have to wait and see. Volcano building a 12-hour stream could be nice. That is not a bad idea. That is really not a bad idea, Nathan. You're onto something. I'm gonna look at my schedule. If I can make a 12-hour stream work, we could probably knock out a lot of the volcano in that stream. I just gotta make sure I have all of the materials beforehand. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, let's find us somebody to raid. I gotta end stream here, get stuff ready for the next episode, which is hopefully coming out this weekend. I cannot get to Twitch. Can I please just get to normal Twitch, please? That works. That worked. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Thank you, Nathan Ellentley. The rest of y'all, appreciate ya. I know we're gonna raid somebody. Just give me 1 second while I find who. Thanks for watching, Coral. Appreciate ya. Let's go say hi to Oscar. Oscar Diggs. He's... Let me see if he's ending. Hang on. Nope, he's wrapping up his stream. Okay. In that case... Hang on. We'll find us another guy. But you are a good option. Thanks for streaming. I'm glad to meet you. Thank you. I appreciate it. It was good meeting you too. Silent Whisperer is live. We could raid him. He's a pretty cool dude. He's building some sort of flying machine, it looks like, on Bedrock Edition of all things, which is interesting. So maybe we'll go do that. Reroute. So hop in the raid, get some free channel points, meet a cool streamer along the way. I appreciate everybody for being here. It's been a lot of fun. I'll be back again on Sunday if all goes to plan. I've got a long Friday and Saturday though, so things might have to change a little bit in the planning. It just kind of depends on a couple of factors. But until I know for certain, just plan on me being there Sunday. Until then though, bye-bye guys. Bye-bye. See you.